Okay, just a quick update today on the third quarter microcap IPO markets, as well as some thoughts and predictions for the fourth quarter. The data is in. And during the third quarter, 27 issuers priced a microcap IPO in the US, raising a combined $243 million with a median offering price of $7 million. This is a good-sized uptick from Q2, where there were only 21 IPOs and a combined total of $209 million. One thing that has been remarkably consistent, and I think is very important to share this year, is the increased participation of foreign private issuers in the market. In Q3, again, 20 of the 27 IPOs that we just talked about were done by foreign private issuers, which brings the yearly total to 46 out of 66 initial public offerings were done by foreign companies. Now, as we've discussed in the past, most of these issuers are incorporated in tax-friendly jurisdictions, mainly the Cayman Islands and others down south, but they predominantly operate out of the greater Asia area and not just mainland China, other places like Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Japan, and others. So another trend that we are seeing in the data and that we've talked about many times, it really has carried over from the 2023 market too, is the registration of legacy shareholders in the IPO transaction to help meet the $15 million public float that is required for both NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. You know, we actually wrote an article on Forbes discussing this selling shareholder strategy that, while effective, it is not without its challenges. And it's getting more difficult to execute as time goes on, but more on that in another segment. I just want to remind everyone that 23 issuers out of a total of 66 deals this year have used the selling shareholder strategy, which is a little bit more than a third of all transactions, which, by the way, is in line with our 2023 tracking data for the market. Now, my favorite part of these updates is giving some praise to the active microcap investment banks of the third quarter. So here we go. Kingswood Capital, coming in number one, raised over $30 million in the quarter across 5 deals. WallachBeth was right there on their heels, raising almost $24 million across 3 deals. Maxim was in the mix as well, of course, as always, with 3 IPOs, raising $22 million. And RF Lafferty raised $15 million in a breakout quarter for them in 2 separate initial public offerings. A number of new investment bankers also made their 2024 microcap debut during the third quarter, including Cathay Securities, Wilson Davis, and Northland Securities. So congratulations to everyone on an active third quarter, and it's exciting to see some new players coming into the market and having success in the industry. Now, going into the fourth quarter, there are a number of reasons to be optimistic, including, I think, momentum in the larger IPO markets, and hopefully we'll have clarity on the election here in the U.S. In addition, we expect the usual fourth quarter rush to beat the staleness deadline in February, which will likely produce a lot of activity leading up to the end of the year. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the third quarter and what we can all expect together in the microcap community in the fourth quarter and beyond.